anyone got a pencil? Hello, my name's Mark and I'm the host of the Mixtape podcast, where every week on the show I will ask my guests to make up an imaginary mixtape. They'll give it a title and pick 6 tracks. Track 1, what's going to be your intro track, your attention grabber, your track 1 side one that's going to draw me in and make me want to listen to the rest of your tape. Track 2, pick a song that you sing loud and proud when you're on your own in the car or the shower. Track 3, pick your favourite cover version. Track 4, pick a song you wish you could have played to your 18-year-old self. Track 5, pick a song that you would put on your mixtape to let the listener know that you are romantically interested. And track 6, I'm going to ask them to pick something a little bit obscure, maybe a B-side or an album track. Don't forget to smash that follow or plus sign at the top of the page and you'll be notified every time there's a new episode. And you can follow me on Instagram at the Mixtape Perth. Hope you enjoy this week's chat. Good evening and welcome to another mixtape. And on this week's show, I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Zach and Brody from late 90's. How are you, fellas?
Mate, yeah, very well.
Thanks for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. Your new single, Respawn, comes out on Thursday. Is that right?
Yeah.
And is that going to be digital streaming platforms only, or you got any physical formats or anything like that coming out with it?
We've just got it digital at the moment. I don't think, because we kind of just did the last 2 songs as singles, so I don't know if we'll put them on vinyls. Maybe one day they'll be on a B-side or something. But
I've been very much enjoying the last vinyl record that came out. As soon as I realised that it was 45 RPM and not 33, because I played it, I put it on the turntable, I didn't realise, and then I played it, and then I thought you'd gone all doom metal or something like that because it was at 33 RPM.
Man, I did the exact same thing when I played it. I was like, man, this sounds way too fast.
Yeah, even when the boys came over the first time we played the record, my record player spins a couple BPMs faster, and the boys are like, "Oh my god, why is the whole album like out of whack?" I was like, "Oh no, it's just my record player."
Just your turntable. Obviously, I went with the bundle with the T-shirt as well. Speaking of the record and whatnot, where is the best place for people to connect to pick up your merch and your vinyl and stuff like that? Is it through your Bandcamp?
Yeah, so if you go onto our Instagram and go into our link, like our link tree in our bio, you click on that and it's got all our merch and vinyls and anything you need, tickets to shows, and like even like pre-saves for our next songs and stuff like that.
Cool. What I normally do as well is I'll put a link to some of those in the description for the podcast, so anyone listening now can just dip into the link for the podcast and then they can jump straight on. And you've been touring over East as well recently. Are you back in Perth now?
Yeah, back in Perth now. So we did Sydney, Brisbane and Melbourne, which is like on the east side of Australia. We did that in March and yeah, it was great fun. It was a really good experience. We smashed it out in 3 days, which was...
Wow. Is that the first time you've toured outside of Perth, like toured Australia?
Yeah, that is our first time out of Perth. And Perth is obviously so far away from the East Coast. So it was a pretty big leap for us as a band to like get the funds together, get the money and head over. But it definitely paid off. It was so worth it. And
I saw your Insta short with your guitar. Did the baggage handlers give you a bit of grief with the guitars, or did they all make it like sort of safe?
They were actually pretty good. Like they would see like us 4 boys like walk in the airport with like cases and cases and cases, and they literally come over to us and they'd be like, "Just come with us, we'll sort you out." So they were actually really good. But we've heard some horror stories from some friends, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, and coming up, future gigs. You're the only one I could see was you're playing with. Hang on, I need to get this name right. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers. Is that your next gig?
That is our next gig for the moment. We haven't got too much on at the moment. Just probably in more of a writing block at the moment. So trying to write as much as we can, have a little break from the touring and playing shows, and then we're going to hit it pretty hard come November all the way through the next 6 months to a year, I reckon.
So as a band, how long have you been together, lads? Obviously, you two have been together since birth, being twin brothers, but as a band, how long have you been together?
The womb.
The womb, yeah. We've been a band for, oh my God, is it 2 years, bro?
It's 3, I think.
3, yeah, crazy. So yeah, me, Brody, and then the drummer Elliot, we've been playing in a band together since primary school, and we've kind of rotated through a few different singers, and then the singer of our old band in high school, he's the singer of Pop Plant House Party, which I think we've got one of their songs coming up.
Yeah.
So then we were in hiatus for like 3 years, and then Steve just kind of fell into our lap a little bit, our singer, and then so we kind of just cracked in straight away as soon as he kind of jumped on, and it's been pretty fast moving since then, to be honest. It didn't take us very long to like jam and then have our first gig, and then Matt Templeman, our producer, like really got on board with our music and wanted to throw us in the studio really quick. So it all happened pretty fast, which is great. It's been awesome.
His name comes up a fair bit on my podcast, Matt Templeman. I'm gonna have to get him on at some point, I think, because Proclivity and who were the other lads I had on? That's bad. I can't remember their name now. It was a really early podcast. It was a few months ago, but they used him as well. And they were saying like what a buzz it was to have like a quality producer like that producing their music. Yeah, so his name comes up a lot. So I might try and get him on the podcast, I think.
Yeah, he's generally different beast in the studio. He's so good.
Yeah,
so good at song arrangement and producing. He's incredible.
So let's move into the mixtape portion of the chat, fellas. Now, when you picked your songs, did you pick them together or did you pick like one each, or how did you approach it?
I picked 2 of them and Zach picked 3 of them.
So as we go through, I'll just whoever picked the song, just jump in. So track 1 of your mixtape, fellas, is a track that you would put on the mixtape to sort of grab interest and pull me in and make me want to listen to the rest of the tape. So which track did you go with?
The first one's Sail On by Pop Plant House Party. They're probably one of our closest like band friends. They kind of really gave us our first opportunities like playing gigs and stuff, and they've been a big inspiration for us as well in like the Perth music scene. Like they're really great musicians and really great guys, and we kind of modeled a lot of our sound, especially when we were first starting after them. And this song was actually mostly written by Matt Templeman, so he plays bass for them as well as producing.
Right. Yeah.
And so this song, he kind of had a bit more of a input in, and that's why it's really like riffy and lots of chugs, which is like what I really like. It's quite a little bit heavier. It's like the last song on their recently released album, Worms. And it just really goes out with a bang. I think it's a really good song. And I think Seb's vocals in it are also amazing. His vocals in the verses especially are like really good. So good song.
Yeah, it's definitely an impact song, and I did definitely hear the influence on your music as well. When I listened to it, I could tell that it was a band that you'd listened to and been around a fair bit. How handy is that, having a producer in your band as on bass?
Yeah, it would be pretty good.
Track 2 on your mixtape, I asked you to pick a song that you sing loud and proud when you're on your own in the car or the shower. Which song did you pick?
I picked Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy. It's just like the drums at the start, just like straight away, just like locked in. And like I used to always think for such a long time being a Fall Out Boy fan was like such a guilty pleasure because it's like that punk pop thing. But I've come to like the realization that it's not a guilty pleasure at all. Like they're genuinely incredible musicians, and it's just you can just that chorus you can just belt it out like so loud.
Don't even know what the lyrics are in that half of that song, but the melody's just so catchy. You just have to sing to it. But like, who knows what he's saying half the time?
And just like, I think that if you put that song on, I think a lot of people that like punk rock or pop punk or whatever you want to call it, you put that on somewhere and everyone will be singing along to it. Even people that don't know it that well or like aren't massive Fall Out Boy fans, they know that song. It's an absolute.
I think I read somewhere that he deliberately slurred the lyrics to the chorus to sound, I don't know, a bit cool or a bit punk or whatever. He didn't want it to be that like sort of easy. And you're right, like guilty pleasure. Like I don't even like using the phrase guilty pleasure because I don't feel guilty about it. Do you know what I mean? Like I like what I like, and if it's metal, it's metal. If it's Taylor Swift, it's Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? I don't care. If I like a track, I like a track, I like it. And I try not to use the phrase guilty pleasure because I don't ever feel guilty about it at all.
Yeah.
No, I don't feel guilty anymore. Maybe in high school when I was trying to
when that sort of thing matters to you, when you feel like it's important, Yeah, but once you're a 50-year-old geezer like me, it don't matter. You can just listen to whatever, and yeah, you don't need to be cool anymore. Okay, and track 3 of your mixtape, I asked you to pick your favourite cover version. What did you pick?
Sly Withers. They play The Scientist by Coldplay. I just think, you know, they obviously did have a massive platform over here on one of the biggest radios where I got recorded. But like Sly Withers for us have also just another Perth band, massive inspiration. They've literally grinded that hard for so long, and they're finally getting to, getting a lick of the ice cream now. They're massive and they've got a good fan base. And when they did The Scientist by Coldplay, they just took it in a whole other direction, and they literally just put their own flair on it. And I just think when you do a cover, you got to kind of put your own thing, your own spin on it, and
Definitely
they just
right,
did it so well, so well. And like Jono, one of the singers' vocals in it is just incredible, so sick.
Did it get in the Triple J Hot 100 like a versions? Do you know? I don't remember if it got in there or not.
Yeah, it did. 90 something.
Oh, awesome.
They got their fan base in Australia is like backs them in so hard, like
so loyal.
They got the most loyal fans. So
got like a little hit list of bands that I want to get on the podcast, and they're definitely on it. Yeah, they're up there on my list, being a Perth band as well. Talking about the Scientist cover versions, have you heard? There's no reason why you would, because it's right outside your wheelhouse in terms of genre. But have you heard Willie Nelson do that song?
No.
Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. It's just, yeah, it's exactly how you'd expect it to sound. Like, it's a bit more country. There's not so much piano, a lot more acoustic guitar, slide guitar, pedal steel guitar. It's unreal. Like, it's so good. I think it was in a TV show or something. But yeah, and again, obviously he's Willie Nelson, so he puts his own like kind of like spin on it just by singing. Like, he's got that unmistakable sort of vocal. Yeah, but I don't like it when bands do cover versions and they just, do the song as is. Like, I like it when there's a completely different sort of take on it. Yeah, and he's definitely done that with that version. Yeah, you should check it out. I'll maybe include it on the playlist for this podcast, because yeah, it's definitely one worth checking out. And I think with someone like Willie Nelson as well, you have to, even if you're not a country music fan, it's like the same as like Johnny Cash, or if you're not an alternative sort of fan like The Cure or Depeche Mode, even if you don't like them, you have to respect their output and the fact that they're like 30, 40 years they've been going, probably longer than that with Nelson. They're still putting out records. Yeah, I absolutely love that about him. Like, he's got to be in his 90s now, Willie Nelson.
I was going to say, he must be absolutely getting on, the great man.
It just shows you that smoking's not that bad for your health. I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, he's doing quite well on it. So yeah.
Yeah, he's cruising.
Okay, track 4 of your mixtape, fellas, and I asked you to pick a song that you wish you could have played to your 18-year-old self. Or what did you go with?
Well, I'll have to remember, but I'm pretty sure I picked Deftones' Be Quiet and Drive.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I always had heard the name Deftones. Like, I feel like it's one of those real T-shirt bands that a lot of people have seen wear the T-shirts for, but I just never really, I don't know how, I just never stumbled upon them until probably like a year and a half ago. And then like just been like, yeah, obsessed with them. Like, they really paved the way for that like dark kind of heavy genre for their time. They kind of did their own thing. And yeah, like as soon as we heard that, like a lot of our, we get a lot of inspiration from them, because like they can still be really catchy but really dark and slow at the same time, I think. So yeah, I wish I'd heard this when I was younger and got a little bit more inspiration from them when I was writing music when I was 18. But yeah, they're just like such an iconic band. I feel like everyone's kind of on the Deftones train now, so it's probably a bit of a cliche, but yeah, they're sick. And so they're definitely one band that I wish I'd heard probably a few years ago.
What sort of stuff were you listening to when you were 18-year-old?
Oh, a lot of Violent Soho, yeah, and then. Our first band in high school, we really just wanted to be Silverchair. So lots of early Silverchair. And then, yeah, lots of Violent Soho. I was listening to a lot more indie stuff back then as well. Like, I was listening to a lot of Hockey Dad, bands like that, which was still like fast paced, like kind of punk, but yeah, just a little bit more like surf rock sort of thing. But then, yeah, now that we did this band, and then it's kind of, like, yeah, you probably hear with the music, like, it's changing all the time. We're constantly kind of morphing into something new and trying to get heavier or trying to go darker or trying to get a little bit more like, creative with our writing. And so, yeah, we've kind of steered further away from like, you know, that surf rock, which is probably what we were trying to do at the start. And now we're kind of going more towards alternate and then sometimes even bleeding a little bit into metal.
I think when that album came out, very early 2000s, I think it came out about the same time as Hybrid Theory. And I think I wasn't into heavy stuff at all. Like maybe Foo Fighters was like as heavy as I used to listen to, but Deftones and that album, White Pony album, I think it was that came out after the album that's from. That really sucked me into that like sort of genre. Like I wasn't really into it at all. And then it opened up, you know, Linkin Park and you know, Papa Roach. Do you remember them? Jordan? Were they big in Australia?
Papa
Roach.
Roach.
Yeah.
Our drummer loves
Yeah.
Papa Roach.
Yeah, and that opened me up, and that band, just that one band, just opened me up to the whole sort of metal thing. So White Pony, that's one of my favourite, it's one of my favourite albums. I absolutely love that. Okay, track 5. I asked you to pick a song you'd put on your mixtape to let the listener know that you're romantically interested. What one did you pick?
I picked Hours Outside in the Snow by Modern Baseball. Modern Baseball, probably my all-time favorite band. I think their songwriting and lyrics are just really relatable and really like obnoxious, but they like really put you in the scene that he's trying to kind of portray. And this song, really puts you in his perspective, and it's kind of a bittersweet love song. But I just think the chorus and like the way it builds is like really like emotional. So maybe it's not who I would say I probably wouldn't give. Maybe I wouldn't send it to someone I'm romantically in love with, but because it's a bit sad. But I just think it's a really super romantic song. And they've been a big inspiration for my songwriting for a long time. Just chose this one.
Yeah. Have you ever used a mixtape or anything like that, or a playlist to let someone know you're keen?
No, but I've done like on Spotify, you can do those mixed playlists with like another user. So I think I did that for a girl I liked a long time ago. I was like, we should like mix Spotify playlists, but then I came to realize that my Spotify playlist was full of like Slipknot and like a bunch of other stuff, which probably didn't go so well. So
scared her away.
Correct.
If she's into it, she's a keeper then for sure. But
correct.
Yeah. Okay, and normally I go time permitting. I'm not sure if you got the memo on this one, but time permitting, I normally go a track 6. Track 6 is something that's like a little bit obscure, like a B-side or an album track or something like that. So if you got anything off the top of your head, then just go for it.
The song A Sad Cartoon by Loathe. I've only just recently started getting into this band. They're from the UK. And this song's like really, it's super long. It goes for like 7 minutes. And it like really has a bit of a Deftones-y kind of vibe to it, but then really like progressive rock, like riffs in it and like some really weird chords and like, just a really cool sounding song, and the vocals sound really cool in it. And it's definitely not like, not like it's not an easy listen, but it's definitely not like a single. Like it's super long and like really like winds around. It doesn't really have that much structure to it, but that's what I kind of like about it, because it kind of keeps you hooked still. And I've been really getting into this band a lot lately. I think they're like transitions between chord progressions are like super sick, and they can really do the heavy and the slower stuff like and blend it together really well. I've been listening to heaps of them. They're super cool.
Okay, that's it for the mixtape, fellas. What have you got coming up? Like future, you just as you touched on earlier, like writing new stuff and not too many gigs, just concentrating on writing new material.
Yeah, we're gonna write a bunch of new material. We'll brainstorming some stuff, and we just started doing a bit of writing, and hopefully we'll be back in the studio super early next year, and then we want to do another EP. I don't think an album is just on the cards yet, because you only get to do your first album once. So we really want to be like
exactly right,
peak of our powers almost when you're doing your first album, and also it's like quite expensive to do an album. So we're going to do an EP again, and hopefully we can take it to the next level. Our first EP helped us so much to get out there and get into people's ears. So hopefully, we can really take it to the next level. And we're super excited as well. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so link in the description of this podcast for your Instagram, which will take you to your Bandcamp where you can get all the merch, tickets, pre-save the new single Respawn, which is out on Thursday. What's your Instagram handle? Just give that a quick shout out for anyone who's not listening on the podcast.
Oh yeah, it's late, full stop, 90, and then an S. Late 90s.
Cool. Thanks so much for coming on the Mixtape, fellas. I really appreciate it. Good luck with the new single, the next gig at the River in Margs. Take care. Thanks very much, fellas.
Thanks very much, Mark. Nice to meet you.
That was the Mixtape podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to jump up to the top of the page and smash that follow button, and you'll be notified every time there's a new episode. Or follow me on Instagram at the Mixtape Perth. Until the next time.